I sent very late the thing for the sheriff, and Jeff had a chasnat, I guess, today, so he didn't send me usually he sent me a reminder, and step out of my mind, but we wish him a huge mazel tov. He should only have nachas from his daughter and his new son-in-law, B'ez Hashem, should be B'ez Neman B'nei Yisrael. Okay, let's start the shir right now. Am I recording? Let's go into the psukim. No, that's one. Stop shir. Let's go. Shir. Okay. We're not going to go crazy on psukim today. It's going to be more mathematical to understand, the kavanah here. We come out from Parashat Kisava. Parashat Kisava is a very hard parasha. We know 98 clauses. Now we start, right now we're starting Atem Nitzavim, Parashat Nitzavim. This is the very beginning. So the parasha starts, Atem Nitzavim Hayoim Kulchem. You are today standing, all of you. Lifnei Hashem Elokecha. Before HaKadosh Baruch Hu, your God. Moshe Rabbeinu, they were standing together when they heard the 98 clause. Why are they standing together today again? And why do you use a lashon here of malachim? That's why when Avraham received the 3 malachim, it says, Vehine shloisha anashim nitsavim. Nitzav, it's a way of standing straight, high. It's not oimed, it's nitzav. Has presence, charisma. You're standing. You show confidence. Nitzavim. Kulchem, like in Matan Torah. In the Mechilta of Shem Bar Yochai, he says there was no sick person. How do we know? Because atem roim es hakoiles v'sarapidim. You see, you hear, so it means all of you. So what? There was no death? No, there was no death. Here also, Kulchem insists on the fact that there was no one left behind in the Bnei Yisrael in order, we're gonna see, to make an alliance between Hashem and Bnei Yisrael. So I'm totally at lost. The last pasuk of last parasha was here. Ushmatem es divrei haberis hazois. You will keep the words of this alliance. Vasisem oisav. In other words, you keep the Torah, you have the brachas. You don't keep the Torah, the clauses come down. That's the alliance we did in. So which new alliance are we trying to make here? What is Moshe Rabbeinu trying to do? Because it's going to say in the 3rd pasuk, Le'avrecha bivris Hashem Elokecha. To make you cross the alliance with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, your God. What alliance? With Allah and the klala, but the brachas and the klalas were in last parasha. And here, Le'avrecha is in future, meaning something that was not done. But we already did it. So I'm taking back the pasuk, Atem. What does it tell them? You. Since when Moshe Rabbeinu talks to them like this? Atem, nitsavim, you're standing. So what? We're standing. Yes, we were here for the clause, and we are shocked still by hearing this clause. Hayoim, today. Well, we know it can be yesterday. What's the point of writing Hayoimi? Kulchem, all of you. I can understand kulchem as saying that there was no sick person. Lifnei Hashem Eloikechem. No, we are lifnei Moshe Rabbeinu, but not lifnei Hashem Eloikechem. So what is he saying here? Lifnei Hashem Eloikechem. Is there Har Sinai HaKadosh Baruch Hu came down? Many instances with the Shekhinah came down, but here, no, there was no Shekhinah down, and maybe with Moshe Rabbeinu, I don't want to speak like this, but in other words, there was no special event, there was no special nace that HaKadosh Baruch Hu appeared through to the Bnei Yisrael. So why do you say Lifnei Hashem Eloikechem? Now, you said kulchem, all of you, and now you're going to start giving me classes. Rashechem, your heads. Shiftechem, I don't know how to translate it. Your tribes. So I'm not sure I understand. So are you talking about the head of the tribes? Because that's not what it seems. It doesn't say Rashei Shiftechem. It says Rashechem, your heads. Now, Shiftechem, so you also divided by Shvatim. Then, Ziknechem, your elders. Veshoitrechem, and your police, whatever. Koil Ish Yisrael. It's not enough to say Kulchem. It's not enough to give me all the classes of the Bnei Yisrael because you're going to go through in the Psukim. You end up, Koil Ish Yisrael. Every person of the Bnei Yisrael was there. 3 times a repetition. We didn't need, he could have said, Atem nitsavim hayom kulchem, and take off the next 2 psukim. Why? Then we would work on understanding what the alliance is. But that's not what Moshe Rabbeinu wants. That's not what the Torah wants. He codifies here a huge message, a huge side. Look at this lashon from Kulchem repeating again, Kodesh Yisrael. Tapechem, your children, Nishechem, your wife, V'gercha asher b'kerev machanecha. This one I didn't even go down to it. Look at the language. V'gercha. It's not enough to tell us the ger. Asher b'kerev machanecha. That's a month inside your machne. Why? We should put him outside the machne, the ger. He's a Jew. Mechoite ve'itzecha. From your wood choppers. You need a lot of wood choppers in the desert because a lot of trees are growing there, right? Ad shoyev memecha, until the water drawers. Parashat and Miriam used to make so much water, you didn't. Everybody used to go out of his stand. We spoke about it in Sherem. It's a very codified. I'm not going to arrive to here, but this is already a very codified language. So let's see the purpose of this assembly. Usually it's to make an alliance, not to cross an alliance. You don't cross. And crossing an alliance could seem like not keeping an alliance. So the language is a little bit out of place. If I have time, I get there. The alliance of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, your God, of Allah soy, means the klala. Allah usually is the klala, but I can't translate it as a klala as far as I don't know what he means. Asher Hashem Eloikecha Keres Imcha. Oh, now we have Keres. The HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Someone has a good word for Keres, please let me know.
Cut.
What?
Cut.
I can't hear. One second. I want to put it louder. What?
To cut.
To part. Thank you, Menachem. Okay, to part with you today. Again today. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Okay. Let's go into the shir a little bit, understanding, you know, what is this message of Moshe Rabbeinu and what does he want from us. There is zero Zohar this week on the parasha. Zero. So we're going to go with the Midrashim. Midrashim Atanoim, and we're going to see that we're going to have our fair share already of amazement. Let's start with the Midrash Tanchuma, beginning of the parasha. Hizkiah, the son of Rabbi Chia, says, why is Parshas Nitzavim? You know that the orders of the parasha is not really the historical order of the events happen. There is a reason why every parasha is after another. So what is the reason Parshas Nitzavim was placed right after the parasha of the cloths? Explains the Tanchuma, Hizkiah, that Bnei Yisrael, when they heard the 98 clauses, besides the 47 clauses of Bechukoisai, they panicked. They panicked. They say we'll never be able to outlive this. Impossible. Right away, Moshe Rabbeinu called them, and he tried to comfort them. And he says, understand that really you deserve worse because you didn't listen to the voice of Hashem. You deserve extermination. You said, Elo Elohecha Yisrael, when there was an Egel. This is on the Egel, you see, this is your God. Asher Elucha Amret Mitzrayim. This is a huge kfira. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu still kept you alive. So you have to understand that from now on, there is going to be a price for this type of attitude. In other words, for the 40 years you were in the Midbar, you were out of the boundaries, but you did not get the oinesh you're supposed to get. But from now on, if you keep on, if you do this thing, you will get the oinesh. But you have to understand, explain Moshe Rabbeinu, that only the goyim, when they get Yisurim, they kick. Like about the sukkah, like we know at the end of times, so they're kicking. But Bnei Yisrael, the Yisurim make you stand. I'm sorry, make you stand. Atem nitsavim, you standing. You standing, you're going to be standing because of Yisurim. Moshe Rabbeinu tell them that no matter how much Yisurim Bnei Yisrael receive, they're standing. And not only this, he wakes them up and he brings them back. In other words, what he means standing, when they don't get Yisurim, they fall asleep and they're lying down and they learn from the goyim. When they get Yisurim, automatically it straightens them up. Interesting. Starting to see a little bit of a ray of light here of Nitzavim. I want to make justice here. And Bnei Yisrael, we have 98 plus 49 equals 147 clause. Why didn't Bnei Yisrael, why is that Midrash not in Parshas Kisavot? It bothered me. Because if its correct place should have been in Kisavot, after they heard the 98 clause, tell me that they panicked. No. Here, this is why they panicked. They're telling Moshe Rabbeinu, you want to add on us another bris? Don't you think we have enough? We have 147 clauses, meaning the 7 midos are going to punish us. The 7 lower midos here are going to come with the gvuros of the bina. So the Shem keye, 147 clauses. Each of the midah is going to give 21. I said, Moshe Rabbeinu, we don't need to make it 26. We don't need that. Back off. We don't want another alliance. This alliance is already very hard. That the Bina itself is going to punish us. And to punish us, it's going to send its name to every midah in order for each one to give us 21 punishments. So why would you want to add? What is Moshe Rabbeinu answering them? It's going to make you stand? Well, I hope you can find a better way to make me stand, because it's obviously the price that we paid Bnei Yisrael every time there was the clause applied, like when we had the Shoah. We lost the pillars of the world. Torah till today cries over them. We lost a Messiah, tremendous amount of Torah that didn't pass on to the next generation. Today we live in an era where we have anyone can be a rabbi. Before it used to be you have to go through a test, you have to learn your idea. When I was young, it was not just basar v'chalav, it was. But anyway, listen, it is what it is. But we see that there is a price. There is a tremendous price to it. So don't tell me it makes us stand. No, it does not make us stand. It creates a void, a huge void. So how do you want us to swallow what you're saying, Moshe Rabbeinu? And how can you tell me that from this pasuk, Atem nitsavim hayoim kulchem, you can learn that the Yisurim make me stand? It's impossible to learn this from that. I mean, I dare you. Even if you go through Gematria, it doesn't work. It says hayoim, today. It doesn't talk about future generations. So don't tell me that the future punishments are going to make me stand, because we're talking about today. We're not talking about the future. Now, the Bnei Yisrael, they just heard the clause. They panicked. Us, we leave them. What should we say? What should we say? The Midrash Rabbah in Eicha, huge Midrash, this one. Is saying that Shmuel bar Nachman, Knesset Yisrael, but this is a huge stepstone that we're going to use. Shmuel bar Nachman says in the Midrash that Knesset Yisrael said, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu saw me, that I was poor, meaning poor from mitzvahs, poor from ma'asim tovim, didn't have much. He brought on us his stick of wrath. Shevet Evraso. It's a pasuk in Eicha. And that was the Chorban. We didn't have merits. We didn't have anything. We didn't have ma'asim tovim. And therefore, we were punished. There, Rabbi Rechia is choylek on him. He says, no. Shmuel, you don't understand the pasuk. The pasuk means to say, in contrary, you take it into a negative posture, this pasuk, but it's really very positive. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the strength to overcome even the destruction of the Batei Mikdashes. There was the Beis HaMikdash, the one. So he gave us the strength to overcome. I don't know if anyone read the story of Yirmiyah, the learned Yirmiyah, and knows how, and the Midrash on it, it's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. How Bnei Yisrael, how many died? I don't understand Rabbi Rachim. I do not understand him. We never overcame it. Till today, we're mourning the Beis HaMikdash. We overcame it? For sure not. We stand because we live, but we are morally, before we had a pride, before we Goyim were scared of us. Today, we are the laughing stock of the Goyim. We overcame. No, we didn't overcome nothing. If we had our Beis HaMikdash, no Goy had the courage to even come. Bnei Yisrael were going all to Yerushalayim. The land was empty. They could have come and just steal the money. Okay, not nefasha, steal the money. Nobody's guarding them. They weren't there. They weren't there. HaKadosh Baruch Hu's presence, the Shekhinah, they had a fear they could not overcome. You're telling me we overcame? Where is all this? Where is that Shmira? Where is my, my loss? Where can I compensate that loss? With what? How did I overcome it? Says the Knesset Yisrael, he set me up as a target to shoot his arrows on me. These are psukim of Eich. There are so many soides in this psukim. What Knesset Yisrael wants through, it's just, it's mind-boggling. I don't want to go sideways here. I almost went, but just let's stick to the light, to our parasha. Comes Rabbi Rechia, says, I'll bring you a proof to what I said. He says, Atem nitsavim hayoim kulchem. You stand up today, all of you. Look at the Targum. Atun giberim lamoid bechulam. You are strong and you can withstand all of them. I start seeing a bit more light. Atem nitsavim hayoim kulchem. Moshe Rabbeinu told them they're not so terrible. Well, way to say it. But because you have the strength within you, you have the determination to live, to serve Hashem, you will overcome. It's not a nechama, the suffering. When you know, I can't even get it through my mouth in this year. Sorry. It's too much. Yirmiyah, and let me draw him there. I just way too tough. So anyway, from here we see, from this midrash in Eicha, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Moshe Rabbeinu didn't gather them again to try to set up a new alliance, but to comfort them. Okay, that would be, but the language in the pasuk would be extremely strange. Only But from the Midrash, it's just to tell them, like, Rabbi Rechia brought is right from the Targum. You are strong. You can overcome all this. Then, okay. But why lifnei Hashem Elokeichem then? Atem nitsavim hayoim kulchem, like Rabbi Rechia brought from the Midrash. You are strong and can withstand all these clauses. So what are the very next word, Rabbi Rechia? Explain me what we're talking about before HaKadosh Baruch Hu, your God. What is the soid in here? Besides, we pointed that le'ovrecha bivris means to have a new alliance. So don't tell me that you only come here to comfort them. Doesn't make sense. Especially the funny languages that we pointed out in the pasuk. Don't lend them to be explained that way. Telling God in the words that we don't see. The Magid Mesharim, the angels that were learning with the Bes Yosef, comes and also has questions. Some cross our questions. And he asks a simple question. What would be the purpose of a new alliance? Okay, you want to gather for an alliance? I have no problem. But for what purpose? There was in Sinai, there was on the Torah. Here in Kisavoy is because I understand, like the Gemara in Shabbos says that, they say Eloi Hecha Yisrael. Did they cancel the alliance? Didn't cancel. You wanted to make it with schar and oynesh. Now, every alliance is going to have shachar and oynesh. But we just did it in Kisavoy. And he mentioned, in Tishma B'Koil Hashem Elokecha, Dibrat Torah Azois, and so forth. Everything is mentioned there. So what's left for a new alliance? That's the Magid Mesharim is asking. If I should go into this, but the le'ovrecha bivris, the Gemara in Shabbos learns a huge halacha. You know that when someone in Choshen Mishpat, it's in Resh Hey, someone comes to Eidim, says, look, I'm going to sell my land, but I'm being forced. I'm being coerced. I do not want to sell my land. Please be Eidim that this is the oinus I have. This is how he forces me. And because he has something on me, or he's going to talk to the IRS. So whatever it is, he has to say before Eidim. Eidim write it down. As soon as the sale is completed, he can come to Beis Din. The sale is canceled. Okay? The Gemara in Shabbos says, "Le'ovrecha bivris." Why? Mikan moida rabba ledoraisa. This is where we learn the halacha of moida, to let others know. You are in a difficult situation. You are being coerced. You're not doing it from your free will. And therefore, if before making the kinyan, before making the sale, you inform the Eidim, the sale is canceled. And especially so when someone force a person to give him as a matana, because matana is, you have to be willing in your heart and in your mind. Like a neder, pi v'libo yishavin. We need to have them, or a mechila. The guy owes me money, and he's going to make me sign a shtar that I am moichel. But I don't want to be moichel him. He has a threat on me, and there's nothing I can do. So after everything is done, he can still go to Beis Din, show the shtar that he told the Eidim before. That's why when we write Gittin, we always start by being mevatel, that if he told anyone that he is being coerced to write a get, And he told them, it's not from my free will. So we're going to cancel all the Eidim, all if them that talk to others and so forth. We're going to cancel everything possible. And the Gemara says that's why they had to re-accept it at the time of Achashverosh. Doesn't make any sense, says the Maggid Meshar. Also there, they were coerced. Because at that time, they were supposed to be decimated by Haman. So what does he help? The fact that, oh, you know what? They said Nasa Venishma, they were coerced because Kaf Aleim Har Kigigis, HaKadosh Baruch Hu held the mountain on top of the head, but they re-accepted it in Achashverosh. What's the point? HaKadosh Baruch Hu had the Haman on top of the head. So the Maggid Mesharim explain it he has a few more questions, but there's no need to go into the detail of the other question. He says, from the Naisev and Nishma, that because you can ask a question. So why would they say a language that shows will to accept the Torah, Nase and Nishma? They could have said, okay, Nase will do, we've been chorus will do, but you didn't have to say Nase and Nishma, or Nishma, and that's enough. Says the Maggid Mesharim, even though that language shows willingness from their side to accept the Torah, still, since he was in the Midbar, they didn't know their way out. They didn't have any lands of their own. They could not conquer the land. They could not have the man to feed them. They could not have the Beresh and Miriam to satiate their thirst, and so forth. They were cursed. And therefore, the bris that was done in Har Sinai had to be redone. And here Moshe Rabbeinu is going to say, because, you know, all generations, we're going to go into it, and soon we're going to apply everything we have learned. Moshe Rabbeinu told them, Pen yesh bachem ish o isha. Maybe there's amongst you asher levavoi pene hayom, that already in their heart, they don't believe. They're not believers. And they're already thinking about, you know, the way of the goyim, avodah zara, and so forth. So Am Yisrael never accepted, for an alliance to be complete, it has to be kulchem. It has to be all of it. Because we represent the Knesset Yisrael. Knesset Yisrael is the keser of the Malchus. And from there, so the Bina is the mother of all the Neshamis. That's what we call her Ima. Ima Ilah, the upper mother. And the Malchus is the lower mother, because she's the one that took these Neshamis and gave birth to these Neshamis. So, in order for the Keser of the Malchus to be complete, we all have to be part of this alliance. Otherwise, it's incomplete. And if it's incomplete, it doesn't work. So Moshe Rabbeinu here wanted, according to the wanted to redo the alliance of Har Sinai. Okay, I'm good with that. So you have Kisavoy, the mitzvahs and the clause, fine. You have in Parashat Nitzavim the part of the Torah. In that case, what does it mean? Le'ovrecha bivris, Hashem Elokecha with Allah and the klala. There was no klala there. If you're not talking about kisavoy, so we're going to forget about the klalas of kisavoy. What are, in Har Sinai, there was no klalas. It was only blood into the containers, the vessels, and it was a spritz on the Bnei Yisrael, Nase Benishma, Amru Ke'echad, that's it. It was done. The bris was set. Here we have a different type of bris that still reminds us of kisavoy. You have the bris and you have the Allah. Be'Allah u'bishvua. I understand what he says. I understand the logic behind that. But I do not understand how it can fit in the words. It's a Malach Hashem that said that to the Beis Yosef. But I will answer all these questions. Let's get naughty right now. You will understand everything. So I'm going to take it from here. You will see something come out that you don't expect. Only one expect, because it was a certain shir yesterday. I'm not taking the same road. I have different roads to everything. So we're going to take Atam Nitzavim equals 633 equals Ha-Berachos. I'm going with the fact it's a continuation of Kisavoy. Moshe Rabbeinu says to the Bnei Yisrael, I know you panic, and it's going to go very well. The Midrashim will get back on their feet very clearly. I know that you panic about the clause. I'm going to show you the path to the brachos. Okay. Before we said it's a lashon of malachim, nitsavim. Menachem, do you remember what I said yesterday about nitsavim or not?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Fine. Good. So nitsavim equals 192 equals the two malachim that are assigned to the Bnei Yisrael. That's why it says a lashon malachim. Now we understand. Michal and Gabriel. Michal to conduct. Michal is the highest sar in Shamayim. Even the Satan is scared. The Yitzhara, the sun is scared of him. And Gabriel is the gvura that protects from around. But this doesn't make justice, because we're talking about the brachos. And that's what I said yesterday, Menachem. Bakoil, Mikoil, Koil. Exactly how it's written in the Torah. The bracha of Avram, Bakoil. Vayvarech Hashem es Avram, Bakoil. And this is the side of all the brachos. Yitzchak was Mikoil. Yaakov, it was say Koil on it. When you get these brachas, you need some. Moshe Rabbeinu tell them, not only the brachas of Kisavoy I'm going to show you how to get, but I'm going to show you how to connect to the Avos HaKadoshim. And you will see that the name of the Avos will come out in our pasuk. Everything will come back in place with a clear logic. Okay, still don't understand the main message here. So I'm trying to come. So I said they were not before Hashem. If they're not before Hashem, then I cannot expect this to mean literally what it seems. So I'm taking the whole thing together, and I said I have to be able to explain it and have a clear explanation. Equals 412. Equals the mazala ilah of the Bnei Yisrael, noitzer chesed. What's the midah of noitzer chesed? When the Knesset Yisrael, the Midrash says, ani aniya, I'm poor, I have no ma'asim toivim, yeah, you're right. Bnei Yisrael have different ways to be saved. Sometimes HaKadosh Baruch Hu will create a chesed. You don't have merits. You don't have nothing. But you attach yourself to this mazel, which is the 9th mazel of the Yud Gimel Midos Derachmim. And at that point, even without any existing merit, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, like HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent the ani to the Asher. The Midas Adin is on the way to the Asher. It's on the way to go kill him because there's a Gzadin on him. HaKadosh Baruch Hu quickly sends the ani. The Asher gives tzedakah. Tzedakah tatzil mimaves. The Midas Adin doesn't find it. That's no Yetzer Chesed. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will precede the enemy. The enemy can be on his way, but he will meet his fate, a very bad fate when not Yetzer Chesed. So at the time of the Beis Hamikdash, we learned that the Bnei Yisrael were not attached to Yetzer Chesed. We'll see how we attach ourselves to Yetzer Chesed. In the whole Torah, here it's missing a vav. There's never in the Torah that we're going to have let me recopy. Never will you see in the Torah kulchem like this. Because you always have the Korach, the Dasan V'Aviram, the people that are looking to make a pirud in the Bnei Yisrael. You always have a few that are going to do something. Interestingly, the Commander HaKadosh says that you always have those people that say Lashon Hara. Can't stop. It's above their strength. They cannot get over it. They cannot keep their mouth. They cannot control it. What is kulchem if we had the vav? The vav is also the 6 midas to make up, because this I'm going to talk on Shabbos Bes Hashem about the Arevus, the Bnei Yisrael Arevim Zebaz. It's 2 different things. But here a huge number comes out, and this is the sod what Moshe Rabbeinu is passing on to the Bnei Yisrael. He says, you're right, the generations, will go and lose and not keep the mitzvahs as the first generation. But as long as you have Achdus, you have nothing to fear. You're only going to have the brachas. Michael Gabriel will never go away from you. You're going to be able to tap on in Bakoil Mikoil Koil only with one condition. Let's look at the pasuk again. Atem nitsavim hayoim kulchem. You stand today unified, not to get kulchem that we asked at the beginning. You are unified. Because you are unified, you are before Hashem no matter what. You are on the keser of the Malchus. When is the Malchus has its midah of keser standing up? Only when the Malchus stands up with 10 midas. Your Malchus usually only has one. The Malchus. Because she's so scared of the Chitzonim coming to attack her, she's only showing one midah. When the Malchus is showing her keser is when she has the 10 midas. She's standing up and she's face to face with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And both have the keser. But this tells us this is the yichud. This is when we say Yud Ke Vav Ke Aleph Dalet Nun Yud. this is when Achdus of Bnei Yisrael, even if we don't say Amen, even if you have the Achdus, this protects, these midas, you still a kli. To HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Bnei Yisrael are very important. Why did now we understand the Midrash in Eicha. Why did the Midrash say, Ani in mitzvahs and in ma'asim tovim? Because it's worthless when there's no Achdus. We need the vessel, the kli, in order to get those brachas. Then it's like the trunk of a tree. You have branches that you want to attach, you want to graft onto a tree, but you don't have the tree. So what are you going to do with your branches? Nothing. Nothing. That's why when the Gzera comes, the branches are also going. The tzaddikim, everything is going because there's no trunk to attach them, the achdus. So what is HaKadosh Baruch Hu telling us? What is Moshe Rabbeinu telling us here? You know why I gathered you? I'm going to tell you, but I'm not going to say it clearly. You know, I'm going to hint it to you. What is this equal to? 694. Equal bris chesed. You have to understand the bris of the Torah, you have it. The bris of the mitzvahs, you have it. The oinshim, you have it. But you don't have the bris that will save you. When the enemies are going to come and they're going to want to attack you, and you're not going to have the merit of the Torah, you're not going to have the merit of the mitzvahs. But this is an alliance between you and HaKadosh Baruch Hu that's as long as you do chesed with each other, then you will be saved. Remember what we said last week. And we can say it week after week until it goes into the head. Ve'ahavta l'reyacha kamoicha ani Hashem. I'm going to speak about it a little bit later, explain it through the Bnei Yisrael. You're going to see how this emes, we came onto something, mamish emes, equals 907. The ahavta es Hashem Elokecha equals 907. One depends on the other. You cannot be Mekayim one without the other. And this is the bris chesed. I'm going to prove it to you. Ve'ohavta. Just the fact you love someone else. You're not right away going on the defensive, attacking the other side when they do something, equals 414. Nachem, you finish the sentence?
Or in Sof.
Very good. Not only Moshe Rabbeinu tell them, don't be scared of the clawless, because those clawless are not going to come. I understand the future generations are not going to be able to upkeep the Torah to your level, and obviously they're going to have chataim in their hands. It doesn't mean that they cannot get the oil and serve. It's very simple. The only demanding part from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you should have achdus. That's all you should have. And because you love someone else, you have the oil answer. And when the oil answer shines, let me tell you something. That's very, very high. It's coming from a very, very high place. There's no mazik staying in the world. None. They all disappear. So how is Esau, how is Ishmael going to come fight us? They cannot. The Sarim up there, they went to hiding. They're not existing anymore. I'm going to bring you a proof from a Midrash Tanchuma just a little bit later. And actually, Rashi quotes him in part. The Midrash Tanchuma, you can see from his language that he had a problem with this word, hayoy. So he explained that sometimes the day is dark and sometimes the day is bright. Even when you're going to have dark days, you will shine upon you. Why don't I show you this pasuk, because it's amazing what it says here. The lashon of this pasuk. V'haya lecha Hashem le'or oila. Pasuk in Yeshaya. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will be to you the light of the world. Which is the light of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Or and Sof. What do you have to do for it in order to have it shine? Simple thing, Achdus. Because now it's an alliance between you and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As soon as you have this, you attach to Netzar Chesed. You have nothing to worry on the bad side. On the brachas, you're getting them. That's Atem Nitzavim. Here's the brachas of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. All the brachas in the world are included in these brachas. Bakoil, Mikoil, Koil, it's including all the brachas. All the Shemes HaKodesh, everything, all the brachas are included in the bracha Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. And the proof of what I'm saying is because, and the Midrash says it himself, brings that pasuk as a proof that they have to be together. Vayamim ahema, in those days. When is those days? Very soon, Bez Hashem. Now, Ubay Sahi, at that moment, Neum Hashem, Hashem says a shvur, Yavohu Bnei Yisrael, Uvnei Yehuda, look at this word, Yachda, together. To show you that it might be hinted, but this is the kavanah of the pasuk here. No matter what, a person has to overcome the adversity, and no matter how much it bothers you, and not fall into the trap of the Satan in order, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends an sign because he knows that you can overcome. I just want to bring another proof here. Time flies. I'm not even half this year. I'm going to go quickly. If you take the after again, and since everything is hidden in this parasha, we'll use it that way. So the Ahavta has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 414 plus 5 equals what? 419. Kulchem lifnei Hashem Elokeichem achdus. That's the message. When you have, okay, I can love everyone, but I'll skip a little part here. I wanted to show you about the Shekhinah, how it comes, how it affects it, but sorry, I just don't have the time. The Ben Ish Chai, this is a tremendous limud, tremendous, that every person should know, because nobody understands. No one gave us a delimitation of the mitzvah of loving someone else. How far, how much, every time you have question, the Ben Ish Chai came and says it, B'Shem, the Ariya Kodesh in Sha'ar Kavanos. I don't know where it is, to be honest. I try to remember. I don't remember seeing it. is beginning, yes. That when you come to shul, before you start, you should say, automatically, now you understand the kavanah of the Riyah Kodesh that's behind, because you're connecting yourself to Netzer Chesed. My tefillah is good, my tefillah is not as good, my tefillah is this. I deserve, I don't deserve. Your tefillah is accepted. So, these are the words of the Riyah Kodesh. Says the Ben Ishchai, it's in Parashat Miketz, Shana Rishona, so reading on this parasha, it says you have in Am Yisrael different types, different groups of people. You have the Goyim, the Gadol Ador, all the Gdoilim. You have Talmidei Chachamim, you have, and so forth, until you have simple people. How do you need? Can I love the Gadol Ador Reb Chaim Kanievsky Zatzal? Can I love someone small in my shul the same way I used to love Reb Chaim, the same way I love Reb Chaim? Impossible. Impossible. No matter how much I work on myself, it doesn't trigger it. The kli is over there. It's the Gadol. So it's not my fault. Gives an example, the Ben Ishchai. When someone wants to hit you on the head, what do? You put your hands to protect your head. If someone chas v'sham wants to hurt your heart, you're going to put your arms and protect it. What is it? You don't love your arms? You only love your head? You only love your heart? No. There's different importances in the limbs of a person. The life depends on the head. Even the arms won't live if the head gets sun hit. The arm won't live if the heart is getting affected. No, it's not possible. So you'd rather sacrifice your arms to get hurt on the arms rather than getting hurt in a place where the life, depends. He says the same thing. When you have the Gdoilim, you love them like your head. That's the chiyuv. When you have the Gadol Ador, when you have the Gdoilim, you love them like your heart. And as he goes down in amongst the people of the Bnei Yisrael, till you love them like your toes. You don't want nobody to step on your toes. So you see that you have a love for your toes. So that's the love you have to have for simple people. And how can I prove in the same words every time again? I'm not going to write a sentence. I'm not going to waste time. You have Netzer Chesed. If we do koilel plus koilel, what is equal to? We have two koilel. Each word has a koilel. Equals 414. Iron Sof. You see that when I start this ve'ahavta, automatically I trigger a huge amount of brachas, a huge amount of connection, a huge amount. I didn't do the mitzvah. It says ve'ahavta. Why? Because I can go, I can break you down the ve'ahavta le'recha kamoicha in a way you will see what's inside, what we are protected by from. It's unbelievable. But I have to show you one thing, is what is the game when HaKadosh Baruch Hu says Re'ach? It doesn't say Achicha, your brother. It, interesting language. In this language is Racha. He's not perfect. That's the purpose. He's using a word like this. Because if we talk about perfect people, it's easy. So if you're able, okay, you're gonna love them like the nails of your toes, the small nail of your toe. It doesn't matter. You may kind of ahafta. There is a will to love or answer. Look at what's behind this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm going to write Geula in Milui. You know, Aleph, Vav, Lamed, and Hey. 290. Not only we live and we get the brachas, not only we live and we protected from the enemies, not only we live and we have chesed elyon, not only we live and that we have the bracha of the aves, but we zeiche to geula, which is the pasuk of the second midrash. Yavo Bnei Yisrael Bnei Yehuda yachdav, together. It doesn't mean like a crazy love. It means we are together. We never disconnected. It's not because he is re'acha that is not completely good, is mostly not good, that person. You're not going to dislike him. Hey, that kanos. These are shtusim v'havalim. We must love every Jew, not up to us to judge anyone. And the less you become judgmental, the better you're going to feel in this life. I'm going to push a drop deeper here. So now we understand Rashechem, Shiftechem. Now Moshe Rabbeinu tells us how to love. So we have different levels. Let's take the first three categories that, we asked. It's kulchem, it's included. I took the first category by chance, to be honest, because I was thinking, I found by call me, call. I found three. A lot of time of the three stuff, I say, you know what? Let me see what's behind this. I'm going to take by three. If Moshe Rabbeinu was really meaning that. Oh, my proof left. Where did he go? Okay, I'm going to have to replace this so I don't see. Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, and Yisrael. Exactly. Israel is always under the Aves because Israel is 12 and hold the Merkava of the Aves. So don't wonder why we have a fourth here, but now you understand how Israel is connected to the Aves. Automatically you see that Bnei Yisrael through that. Moshe Rabbeinu says, when you love, you receive the reward. It's not you giving piece of you. Sorry, I forgot something. Yeah, Israel. When you love someone, you're not judgmental. Even the bad guys, even those guys that did to us whatever, and they are black inside. It's a mitzvah to hate them, but still overcome. Don't let these midas come, especially in these times that are the test of Achris Hayamim. It's not kedai. It's not kedai to let your mouth come and be, to soil it, and there's one more side before this one. I would like to explain it because I crossed it. This one, I was so amazed when this came out that I wanted to crisscross it everywhere. The Midrash says, even on the dark days of Hayoim, you're going to have or oila. Okay, I know I found already in the Ahafta, I found when you love, which is part of the Achdus, but I didn't find it in the pasuk. So I wanted to know if she's back. 307, 307, 307, 363. Sorry. Okay, whatever. And this equals exactly. So we do have so Moshe Rabbeinu told them in this pasuk we have exactly also mamish pointing from different directions that this is what you need for the brachas. You need achdus. You need how you get achdus, care for someone else. You will be rewarded to a level that even if you don't have any schusim, nothing bad can happen to you. Now you understand why some people, they're not that good. You know, we know that they're not, but still they're under the sun. Everything is smooth in their life. Everything is good. Why? Because they have love for Jews. These people are automatically rewarded. These people are under the bracha of the Abbas Akdashim because they are connected to the Abbas Akdashim. The Lubavitcher Rebbe Zatzal was extremely makpi that even on bad Jews, we shouldn't say before Rosh Hashanah because the din catches fire, just need to come to a place. Put a little bit of fire at the beginning of a field, the whole field will take on fire. So once you start bringing on a few Jews, even the good one will get the din. That's why it's not kedai. Someone who stays away from poking, judging, belittling, other Jews, and contrary, looks to Hashem, says, you need to save in those days, you need to save all your children and so forth. These people, they're the one attached to the chesed. They are in their Mekayim, they accomplish the bris chesed that there is. I want to show you a last thing, which is from the Kamana. Amazing. If you say Hashem Echad, which is the Yichud, okay? Now we call it Ahava Hashem. Love Hashem and the love of the Shekhinah. There's two things. And he says, multiply each letter by the other. Aleph by you. Hey by hey. Base by vav. This, you're getting a number, you're getting your chesed on the right side. Ahava Hashem brings you chesed. How do I reach so by doing the bris chesed, the ve'ahavta l'reacha kamoicha, you're reaching the ava of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But the Shekhinah has dinim. How do you do them? So he explains, look at this. Aleph times Aleph, Hey tam Dalet, base tam Dalet, here we go, equals a number 171. This number is magic. So we understand the chesed, we were in the bris of chesed and everything. So he said 3 times bitul. Explain it. I don't want to go into it because it's a long road, but I can get out of it in a very simple way. If I take these two words, And I go like this. Equals 170. When a person loves others, right away, no question, we have to start today. Hayoim kulchem, today you're together. Moshe Rabbeinu told them, it says in the pasuk, "V'atem adbekim b'Hashem Elokeichem chayim kulchem hayoim." Opposite of that. Moshe Rabbeinu told them, I gathered you, now I'm going to read you the pasuk, and I'm going to give you the pshat. Atem nitsavim. You are only standing, you can only be standing and get the brachas if you have achdus. And it has to be hayoim kulchem, today. You cannot delay it. There's something you delay like this, it's not going to happen. Now, automatically, you will be attached to the Shekhinah. But you're going to be lifnei Hashem Elokeichem. You're going to have, what do we say here? Kulchem lifnei Hashem Elokeichem. You want to have achdus. So, and we have the brachas already. We said, ha brachas, you have the bakol mikol koel. Rashechem, ziknechem, shiftechem, ziknechem. You are connected to the Aves HaKadoshim, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and you deserve the name of Yisrael. Now, koel, all of you together, Ish Yisrael. You, a person. You are one. You, the Knesset Yisrael. You represent. So everyone who is in Achdus for him, in his part of the Shekhinah is complete. This is the side of the part of the first pasuk. After that, the truth is, Kol Ish Yisrael starts the second part of the bris. Because Moshe Rabbeinu didn't make just a one-fold bris. He says, now, if you are together, you're going to be Kol Yisrael Arevim Zebaze. And what is the side of Arevus? Arevus, HaKadosh Baruch Hu stands, there are 7 skies on the 7th Arev voice. Soilu laroichev ba'arav voice. Arevus, Arav voice, same word, same spelling. Where are they when they do this alliance? They are voice moyo. Different punctuation, same word. So what's going on? Sorry. Why dafka here? You know, we have these words, interesting words coming around. What is the side? This is Bes Hashem for Shabbos Kodesh. Baruch Adonai le'olam amen ve'amen. We should be zoiched. HaKadosh Baruch Hu give us the schus to be caring for each other and for all Bnei Yisrael. It's not our job to try to revenge. It's not our job to try to hate or to justify, to make justice. Kadosh Baruch Hu, that's his world. We only guest here. So let not pretend that we own that world. And we should always keep before our eyes. Every time we want to get angry and everything, say, I'm only a guest in this house. Can I get angry if I'm by somebody's house? I cannot. So I should not. And that's the message of Moshe Rabbeinu to the Bnei Yisrael in order to avoid 147 clauses.
Thank you.
Are you sure you won't stop recording?